It's your girl Jacina Love. You already know what I'm about to do. I'm about to pull up lavishly. We in lavish live. We pulling up to DJ Saige. We're riding out to LES because she's from LES. Shouts to everybody from LES. You already know all the creatives and all the beautiful people come from LES. A lot of beautiful things come from LES. And yeah, super excited. Pull up. You already know how we do, y'all. We pull up. It's Jacina Love. Let's get it. She says she's paying the meter. Apple bottom, make them wanna bite. I've been singing that song all fucking day. I just wanna have a good night.
Yeah, cause girls is players too. Yeah, cause girls is players too.
How are you?
Oh my God,
It's been like long, but like we've been in contact. Okay,
anytime I need like a street fit or whatever, I just pull up here and like they look out, and I always like to just show love to like, so many artists, so many DJs. I think even Teddy used to be a DJ or is a DJ, so yeah, it's just family.
Oh my God, let's talk. So let's do all of that.
All right, bye. Teddy is the owner of the store. You guys were on what street before?
Clinton.
Yeah.
And we had the backyard, so we were doing a lot of events there.
Yeah,
So you've been like cultivating this energy for how many years now?
I've been in streetwear since 2005. I even had an older store in Williamsburg, Brooklyn for a long time. And
That's why I grew up.
DJ Clark Kent was a big supporter of ours, and me and him did a mixtape together a long time ago. Yeah, and he was always getting our hats, and one day he just introduced us to the brand Lafayette from Japan. That's who I work for now.
Wow.
And yeah, long story short, we started stocking them at the store in Brooklyn. We did the collab. He took me to Japan to DJ, and I was just like, oh wow, I love Japan, and I love the brand and the way they treated me out there and everything. And I always liked having like exclusive stuff that nobody else had. So like Privilege and Lafayette was perfect. So yeah, then we just started working with them when we launched a store and website. Website we launched 2013. And then the first store we opened 2017, I believe, or 2016.
Wow, that's absolutely. So then you said DJing. So you've been, it's mixtape, it's DJing.
Yeah, I grew up skateboarding. I went to culinary school.
How about the name Privilege?
Privilege actually was given to us by Clark Kent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in 2010. So we started Lafayette 2003, just 20 years now. And Privilege we started 2010.
Because I love, like, can I say the irony, right? Like, in the hood, we're not so privileged. But here we come to the street brands and to people like you that hold that culture, that hold that, that give music a name, give street brand a name. And we're privileged. And this is exactly what this is. What was DJing? What was one of your best moments DJing?
Well, I first started doing battles a lot. That's how I met some of our mutual friends. So I was doing a lot of competitions, DMC and stuff. And then after I got into doing parties and mixtapes, but I always wanted to be up on stage and because I never played an instrument. So then when I found out and I always loved music. So then when I found out about turntables and then this
is like an instrument.
So yeah, I really was interested in that aspect of it first. And then I got more into doing mixing.
We put Teddy on the spot because he didn't even know.
I know, he's like, wait a minute, what's
I don't
happening?
really do it that much anymore because, since I started the business, been focusing on that and, I have a family at home, so that takes up a lot of my time. So, yeah, I have my turntables here, so that's where most of my time is. Yeah, I tried having them at home, but I don't have time anymore. I like having the kids do it, but yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't really do it like Saige, never did it as a full-time job. I always just did it for fun and passion, so I definitely give it up to all the DJs that do that.
And it's so crazy because she's living that passion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the same time she's having her fun because I see the work. And I've seen the work and oh my God, but at the same time, it's happened so naturally.
Yeah, and I always come back to privilege, get the fly fits, you know, like since day one, Teddy's been supporting, and like it's just been a natural, organic build. I feel like, right, like just coming by, getting
and it's home for Saige, LES,
just the area. So
yeah, I definitely took notice of her doing her thing maybe a long time ago since the other store, and I think we reached out to you or Alex and started building with her and doing some shoots and promotions and stuff. So that, and it was great. It's been great to see her growth since then. Yeah.
And it's an honor to be here and to hear your legacy too, and to just know that it's a true privilege. We're here.
Yeah, right?
Let's take a look at everything. I want to look at everything. And just those colors, that beige gives it such a like a.
Cause you know we rep the Mets now, guys. Okay. We rep the Mets, all right. I know I got a lot of heat for that, but I love my Mets. Shout out to everybody at the Mets and the team.
But talk to us. Well, what is that, you?
Yeah, so essentially, I DJ'd for the first time at the Mets last year, and you know, I just saw. First of all, I was the first female DJ to DJ there. Let's talk about that.
Hello.
But the whole team there, it just felt like family. You know what I mean? And we were just doing like a slow build of getting in other DJs, and I shout out to Bobby. I spoke to him about bringing in New York DJs and kind of just having like the city rep and own that lane. You know what I mean? So. This past summer, actually, we did a whole project called the DJ series where we shed light on the DJs.
Oh my God.
We had them DJ a game. It was super dope. So stay tuned for that content because I have to put that out. But yeah, it's been a blessing, and you know, naturally fell into being a Mets fan after that.
I love it. I would say, to your defense, you are so New York, and I'm gonna say that 1,000 times in this interview. So don't get mad at me, y'all.
It's all right.
Because you are so that. To me, like. I love you for who you are, because you know we connected since the beginning.
Be right here, girl.
Okay, but to see the work you do and to see how authentic it's been, so to hear that you're a part of this Mets thing, it's like, come on,
I know,
you don't
right?
get no more New York.
I know.
And again, y'all know it don't matter what side you're on.
You know, the thing is, I was thinking about it on the way here too, like. Us as New Yorkers, we rep it with so much pride. We rep it like it's our religion. But at the end of the day, it's like we've been through so much, and I feel like if you were born and raised in the city, you know what it is to come up. So it's like you kind of have to be prideful because it's not always a great experience. You know what I mean? So
and the hustle behind New York is like everybody's getting it. Everybody's onto your ideas. We're all. The culture's so heavy here that we're almost like the energy, we're feeding each other.
Yeah.
So there's 1,000 artists, there's 1,000 creatives, and you're against that pressure.
It's different.
It's different.
It's different. I'm like, I got pride because I'm from this city. Okay, it was not easy. It's never been easy, but you know, we just rep it. It's different. You know.
Let's talk about streetwear. The way you, I mean, always with the flying sneakers.
Okay,
I know.
period.
You've been an affiliate with Foot Locker, and is it ladies Foot Locker to be exact, or is just Foot Locker in general?
It's been the entire Foot Locker, but we've definitely done a lot of like more centered work with ladies Foot Locker. But it's been the entire brand. You know, we got.
And that's another thing, the fact that you've stuck to giving back, children, the women. You were so that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were so that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Like, you were so that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say Foot Locker. Okay, no. The streetwear. So let's talk about the streetwear. What is it to you when you're dressing? Okay, we have the, like, keeping on trend, or do you worry about that? Or this is something that comes natural? Hello?
I think it just comes natural. Shout out to my mom. But, no, I think just naturally, like, I've always been a tomboy, you know, so being able to find my pocket was very important with, like, I don't even want to say branding myself, but just like stepping out into a male dominated field. I didn't want to be known as the woman DJ, the female DJ. I wanted you to just see me for my talent first. So I feel like I kind of flipped it and used it to my advantage of being like a town girl and kind of just dressing how I want, you know. Now we've stepped into our feminine side just a little bit. A little bit of
It's
both
always,
is
for
healthy.
me, it's always, I've always seen the feminine side of you, though.
Really?
So it's, yeah,
Oh, I love
definitely.
that.
Definitely. Always.
But I think, you know, just making it work to my advantage, and like, I just love a cozy fit. I love to be comfortable. I love streetwear. I think naturally coming up in the LES, the East Village, like, that was just all I saw too, you know, just putting pieces together and
now
making
we
it
so,
look
I'm
dope.
gonna be real. Brooklyn, you know, Brooklyn's Brooklyn, and I love Brooklyn, but there was some of us that would come into LES to really bite.
Period.
To really bite.
That's a bite. No, I feel it.
No, but I love that. You know, we're inspired.
Mm-hmm,
And so that's what we do. That's what culture is.
Yeah.
It's being inspired by one another, wanting what you have, because, you know, either it's on a newer level or
Right.
it's a different scale of it, or if it's, and for me, that's what it was coming into the city.
Yeah,
It was like, oh my God. look
It
at
depends
they
what part of the
dress.
city though, because Times Square we don't really,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know what's happening over there for years now, but you know.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And Harlem, Uptown, Washington Heights, like, we just all kind of influence each other, and I feel like the style, you could kind of tell sometimes what borough someone's from based off the fit. I don't know if that's just me being like, but I could tell, like, okay, you from
That's
Brooklyn.
very LES of you, okay?
I'm done, but yeah, you know, shout out to New York.
Always. Okay, what's your favorite sneaker?
Ooh, okay, so here's the thing. I have never been like the hype sneaker girl. I feel
Okay.
like I've always liked what I like and I just rock it. Also, coming up in a single parent household, I was not getting the most flyest kicks growing up, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, so, you know, I wasn't into the hype, you know, the latest drop or whatever. I always wanted it, but I didn't get it. So, but I think right now, like, I just love a nice classic one. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing too fancy. Like, I rock what I rock. I like what I like, you know?
And don't you love it right now that the sneaker's so woman?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel like right now we're in that light again. I mean, I grew up, I was a Catholic school girl. Look at me, Catholic school. I didn't mean to put the quotes to that, but, you know, I know there's like a... Anyway, so always had a uniform. So the only way I could show that I was cool was
Right.
with my sneakers.
Right.
So for me, that was big.
It was a statement.
But then I feel like it got into, I had those moments where it was like, I don't feel woman enough wearing my sneakers. I'm going to work and I'm like, I don't feel at the level I should be at walking into the building with sneakers. And I feel like it's different. We're walking in
Yeah.
suits and sneakers
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like it's very that.
Yup. I did the Disney premiere like last summer,
I
and
wanted to talk about
I
that.
wore a suit and some ones, and like to me
You
that
look
was like the
so
flyest
fire.
thing, you know. Typically we'd have to wear heels or we'd step out, but now like I think just with fashion and style and where we're at, it's like you throw on a fly pair of kicks, that makes the fit. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what setting you're stepping into. You know, corporate setting, it really doesn't matter. It's like how you wear it, you know. So we've come a long way.
Talking about Disney. Disney?
I know.
Disney?
Yeah, no.
But I want to say that again, that touch is based on how genuine you are.
Mhm.
The way you just, everything's so ease. You do everything with such grace.
Yeah.
So for you
Not
to
behind the
be
scenes,
there. She has to throw that in there.
Not
Okay?
behind the
Don't
scenes.
keep it cute.
right. We go through a lot behind the scenes, but no, I feel you.
So how was that, doing that for them? And
It was dope. I mean, I feel like I'm always naturally, we all like Disney kids, right? So to be able to be there and DJ for such a big event was super dope. To see little girls that look like me and them being able to see me behind the DJ booth was so exciting. So it was a full circle moment.
when you
feel
got
like,
that call, like Disney?
I know. I didn't really believe it. I didn't even say it to anybody for a while because I was like, we're going to keep this one with God.
And you know what's crazy? I love that you say that because I feel like that's such a, again, the word is just going to keep coming out crazy, but it's a culture thing.
Mm-hmm.
That we almost feel like,
We can't speak about it.
yeah, or like
Yeah.
it's too good to be true. Like
Mhm.
we've really been brought up with that. And it's only because our parents have struggled so hard.
Yeah. survival mode. You
Yep,
know what I
always,
mean? Like I always speak about
you always
that.
don't want to jinx it. You don't want to, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of like where you come from and how you were raised. You know, for me, being in a single parent household, it was like I didn't see a lot of this stuff growing up. You know, it wasn't something that just came easy. Everything my mom gave me or put me into, whether it was piano classes, it was like I valued that because I understood how hard it was to get that for her, you know. So even to this day, like I'll call her and be like, Ma, guess what I just got? And like that we're locked in, like, yeah, okay. But you know, it's, and also energy is a big thing. Like I feel like blessings aren't for everyone to hear about until they happen. That's just what I believe, you know. So but yeah, survival mode, like we kind of sometimes feel like we don't deserve the opportunity or we shouldn't be in some of these rooms.
Yeah.
But I think learning to own your light, own your power is number one, you know.
And I'm so happy to see you in that. Okay.
See you later.
Later, guys. Peace.
Talking about songs, I looked into this whole thing. I had to like get all into it with stems.
Okay. Serato stems, yes.
So
big
okay,
shout out
so
to Serato.
You come from piano. You come from truly playing an instrument. You know how to read music.
Yes.
So this is different. When you hear music, you're hearing the ding, 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 everything, ding, 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 right? How is that for like the benefits of that? I mean, we can only imagine. But first of all, explain Serato stems because I was so interested reading through it.
Yeah. So Serato stems is a software obviously that we use to DJ, and you know, when you want to make mashups, typically you would have to go to an external website or, you know, find the acapella, find the instrumental. It's a lot of work, right? It's a huge process. So Serato came out with this thing called Serato stems, which is where you can isolate vocals, you can isolate the instrumental on the spot. So it enhances your DJ set. It allows you to make mashups live. So when that came out, literally a week later, and we'll get into it, I did players, but that's really what propelled me to be like, oh my God, I need to use this because it's so quick. Like, how could you not, you know? So that's what Serato stems is being able to take the bass out, the drums out, the vocals right there, just like that.
And could you say it's important to really know how to read music, really know how to really truly listen to music to even tap into that? Or it's just... I
mean, I think that part, like, no, not really, because, you know, it's a software, everything's digital, but I think that, you know, having a good ear helps, right? Because there's a lot of mashups that don't sound good right now, but, you know, to each their own, like, no shade, but, yeah, you don't really have to learn how to read music to do it.
So, mashups. When I first met you, that's what it was. I mean, I fell in love with the LMA.
Oh my gosh.
That was it for me.
Isn't that crazy? That was a long time ago. Yeah.
And just the whole idea of mashups. Then we go into 2020, right? Now another question. Sidebar. A mashup and a remix. Is it the same idea, or is this a newer way of a remix, or what would you say?
I think a mashup is a mashup, right? It's two records mashed together. Remix, in my opinion, and I think everybody has their own, you know, breakdown of what that is. I don't want to get too technical. But a remix might come from me.
Don't come at us.
But a remix is, you know, you're manipulating it more. You're editing it. You're chopping up. It's a little bit more of your own, right? Like, it's your own version of something. You can sometimes have your own, like, you can own it more than you could a mashup because you don't own any rights to these acapellas or whatever. So, you know, a remix is completely different, but in turn, I think both can exist under the same umbrella, you know?
Okay, so I met you with these mashups and I fell in love with LMA. But 2020, you were doing everything live too. You were mashing up live. I remember that.
In the pandemic.
Yes.
The panini.
And then... I've never heard that.
First time for everything.
What?
We might have to cut that one out.
Panini. Oh my God. Okay.
I'm done.
So, and then we fast forward to players. Now I know you've spoken about this a million times.
Right.
It's
all good.
But at the same time, Saige, what that was for music, timeless music, right? That's a perfect definition of what timeless music is.
Yeah.
To take a beat, the beat,
the one,
and to bring to life, because shouts to Coi Leray. I love everything about her. That album too, like there's so many good ones. But to take that song and bring it to life in another air.
Yeah.
To bring, you went like this to the culture real quick, like
right.
Boom, I swear, it was like to see Busta in his light.
Yeah.
For an OG like that to see that, yeah, man, that's such a cosign right there.
Yeah. Nah, it really was.
Like to really say, to bring such a classic beat to this new generation where everything is fast, everything is different. Please talk to me about this momentum, what it took, because you, like you said, so is this a mashup or is this a remix?
So
Look
this
at me
is
now.
right. It's a mashup, but you know, I think when we officially put it out on DSPs and we did whatever we did to it became an official remix. I feel like I still gotta look that up in terminology of what the difference is, because you know, there's a remix and there's a mashup. But anyways, we put it out as an official remix. But yeah, that whole moment, I think, and you know, we spoke about New York. Like I feel like that just put New York like on a map crazy. And it wasn't like with TikTok when it went viral, like New York's the first city that I feel like blew that up. Because we had the Get Light movement, we had all the dancers, like shout out to OnStar, the whole team going crazy with it.
Girl, it was like the first night. I know you must have woke up like...
It was crazy. It was crazy. That whole experience and like day by day, moment by moment, it was just getting bigger. And like, that's why even coming from New York and having that be the one that like really propelled my career was amazing, because it's like, it's my city, you know what I'm saying? That's when the pride comes out, where I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. Like, you know, but yeah, it was so dope. It created a movement, and I don't think we even thought that it was gonna last as long as it did. Even now,
this is
like
forever.
Yeah,
these are one of those songs that you playing it at the grandma's house, you playing it at the baby showers, at the kids party, at the... And then the message, because girls is players too, what they thought.
Yeah. And so many people have also used that beat now. And like, you know, I see Don Toliver just dropped a record with Offset. So, you know, it just brought back the timeless energy of that beat, you know, that song. You know?
And again, what music is, like, we have so many that have paved the way, right? And a moment like this shows that. It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Busta saying, yo, this was big then, it's big now.
Yeah.
And it took something like that to like just spark that.
Yeah, I think it brought back an energy. Just, you know, I'm still trying to process it. I know it's like 7-8 months later, and I'm just like, it's shocking, you know what I mean? Just the power of the internet, the power of music, and that's what I just want to continue to create.
Okay, so once you created it, was it easy to hit up Coi Leray like, yo, look what I did, or it was the internet that really took it there?
I think because I already had that relationship with Coi, it was like a natural thing where it was starting to take off on social. She already had the Smalls version, right? The Jersey Club. That was going off already.
That was off, yeah.
So she recognized that, and I think just naturally with us having that relationship, I just sent it to her. I'm like, yo, like, look, and like immediately, you know, she just showed love and jumped on it, and the rest is like history. Like, it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it was such a moment for hip hop. During the 50 years of hip hop, girl, you took something that was a beat that, I mean, Busta's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
Growing up.
I love that.
So every video, if you really want to party with me, girl, that was just such a time.
Yeah.
For us growing up, it was the house parties. It was the, and then you flip it to now and it's that all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're missing that, I think, in music right now, like that longevity. I think we're in crazy sample culture. Yep. Everybody's sampling, which I think is super dope, but it's also cool to create that original, you know, new wave of longevity, right? Where like 20, 30 years, new artists are sampling stuff from this time. So That's just something to keep in mind, artists. It wasn't me, but
But I like the fact that I feel like you opened that door too of like you just said, they use the beat again, but the sampling of the old school, and they're not really changing it anymore.
Yeah. And
you know, even Doja Cat with the Walk On By, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the original that brings so much, that timeless, that culture, that just, it's just so that.
Yeah.
Having Funk Flex as a mentor, DJ Enough as a mentor, I don't know, I really thought about Funk Flex and him mentoring you, right? And you know how everybody has, like, you know, they have all these opinions about Funk Flex, about Flex. What would be a misconception that you're like, he's really not that, he's this?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like, let me tell you, I asked that too because I seen an interview, him and Ted Smooth did an interview that never aired.
Oh, yeah?
And it was such a personal, intimate interview where it just makes so much sense to who he is and why he is the way he is. So somebody like you, who that was a mentor to you, sat behind the scenes, you learned from him. What would be something that you're like, you know, he's really not like that, guys?
I feel like he's just like a true Leo. I don't know if that makes sense, but like
my father's a Leo.
Yeah, like I'm around Leos a lot.
So they're funny, they're loving.
Well, my experience probably was a little bit more different, but I was very young when I started with him, so he had to even like be on the phone with my mom. Like, that's how young I was. So, you know, I just watched him like silently, you know what I'm saying? Like, he never said too much to me when I was starting, but I think I'm someone that goes in a room and just observes the room. So I just took in a lot, and it was a lot of like building trust, of just like being behind the scenes, hearing certain conversations, things like that. But yeah, I don't know, something that people might not know, I don't know, because my experience with him was so different, and it's hard to like. But even those personal experiences, they really tell us who the person is. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's out to attack, like, oh, he's so cocky and he don't give up the key, and just nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But a person who's paved the way for so many, a person who's held down the culture for so long, it's like. And on the business side of things, there's a lot to learn from him, and I think that's something that I took with me for life. Like, you know, no getting sloppy drunk in the club, things like that. You know, just really being about your money and your businesses, and learning to venture out into other things aside from just DJing. You know, he had the cars, he had so much going on. So that's something I took with me and just ran with, you know, just being young, watching like all this money and things like that. Because to me, that's like a father figure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's like doing the right thing. It wasn't, he could have been sloppy, and you know what I'm saying? Like, even having a young girl like you around, you know? So that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, for sure. That's a beautiful thing. So we got the whole blow up with the Coi Leray, and what's gonna be your true blow up moment though? Like, was that it? Because you get to that moment, right? 2.5 million, like millions. Yeah, you can't even put numbers to that. Like, how much can I get Zelle? Hello, where is it going? Oh wait, go ahead. At the same time, it's like, was that the moment? Is that, because I know there's so much more of Saige to come. Like, I feel like that was just my introduction, and I say that, you know, with a lot of grace, but I think that just showed me what's possible and what I could do, you know. And I think that's also the power of social media that we kind of overlook, especially TikTok, right? I'm gonna need y'all to understand, TikTok is that platform, and that has dramatically changed my life, you know. So I think this is just the beginning. I have so much more production, so much more original beats that I'm working on. So, you know, I think this just set the tone. And are you Saige the producer? We're getting into the Saige producer This is
season.
This is it, baby. We right here. I premiered something, you know, last week, but yeah, that's where I always wanted to go. So I think naturally it's just taking its course, you know. I started radio, doing mashups, whatever, but now it's like, all right, it's really like introduction season. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm so excited because I'm like, she reads music. She truly listens to it. She's mashup remixes, but to have you behind, imagine?
Yeah.
To have you behind a Drake and be like, oh
gonna
my
happen.
God, look at Saige's beat.
Saige on the beat, baby.
Ooh, Saige on the beat.
Literally. So yeah, it's happening. It's already in formation. I think it's just about, you know, working with the right artists and making the right moves, really.
Who's somebody you would want to work with?
Alicia Keys. I say this all
you
the
always,
time.
always say it.
All the time. I know people are sick of
like
me.
3 different times.
Yo, I know people are tired of me. And that's the thing. I don't geek out about anybody. Like, I be around celebs, whatever. But, like, it's just the history of, like, what she meant for me growing up and, like, you know, my music journey. But yeah, I would love to work with Alicia Keys. I would love to work with
playing the piano together.
We're gonna manifest.
I just manifested it.
Brent Fayez, I'm a huge fan of Brent, and Wizkid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is a perfect segment to my next question. That I've always known you because when I partied with you behind that set, we got all the Afro beats.
Right, yeah.
We got.
I'm such an Afrobeat head.
Oh my God, like you don't sit. To me, shouts to DJ Camilo. Shouts to, I feel like you're a typical, like you're a specific party.
Yeah.
Like we party when we party with you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hear you tapping into that.
I
like,
know.
Talk to me.
I know. I think I need to showcase that more, and that's my thing. Is like I don't want to pigeonhole myself into a New York lane. As much as I love hip hop, I'm very versatile, and I feel like that's what I want to show. I want to put out Afrobeats music. We're gonna put it out everything.
Yeah. Everything. There's no limits.
Global, baby.
Oh my God. And I love to emphasize your culture. So today I'm like, I thought it was just, I knew it was Irish and something else. But it's Irish, Dominican, Haitian. Honey.
We got a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything.
You gotta get with the Bad Bunnies. You gotta get with
I know. You know, that's what I want to step into, and like dembow, reggaeton, like everything. I think there's no now we need you.
We need you.
No.
So and I think you would love it. You feel like you would love it. The culture is just.
We need more women producers too.
Yes.
Like I know they're there, but I feel like they're not in the forefront. They're not mainstream. We don't see it enough. So that's really where I want to step in and own that lane because, you know, that's the thing. Name a female producer. Crickets. That is a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy because I know 2 younger girls right now that are in the light that are behind the scenes like that. And you're so right.
Yeah. But, and we hear a lot of the same producers on every record. And I understand, like, you know, artists find their producer, they want to stick with it. Cool, but I think there's so much to be said for like finding new sounds, finding new producers, like being open to that too, you know. So hopefully we change that.
Hip Hop Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards. What was that like? What was the energy? You were so cute. Again, in her outfit with her shades.
Yes, we stepped
out. The picture I
out.
saw of you was very much like looking over your shades. I was like, look at her.
It was an amazing experience. Full transparency, I got sick. You know, there was a lot of moving pieces behind the scenes, but overall, like, the experience of being there was super dope. It was my first award show, like, to be nominated against Khaled and all the amazing, you know, artists was really exciting. So I was just happy to be there. I was really happy to be there.
Nominated? Like, girl, we're going for the Grammy.
Yeah, we are.
So get ready.
We are.
You got the outfit. I'm gonna be outside like, yes, sign my notebook.
Yeah, nah, it was so exciting. And I always bring up Khaled too, and just, you know, the recipe that he's created for himself. I think that I look up to and, you know, try to do it my own way, you know, the TikTok way.
You know what I love? Everything you've spoken about has been like the new wave of things. How you've truly taken the best out of the social media. Yeah. The best out of all the aspects. Like you're truly the Serato, and you're living it. You're like, okay, I get it. Yeah. But you're doing both. You're doing the new DJ stuff and you're doing the old DJ stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's important to find your own lane. You know, I think a lot of times people try to copy a certain recipe. You got to find what works for you. Like, your path is your path, and I always stick by that. I get influenced by other people, but I'm gonna do stuff that I want to do on my own terms, you know. So
all right, now this Monday you was at the Bia show. Talk to us about, I love There's a
amazing.
mashup going on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I popped out. I actually had never met Bia in person. We did a lot of like pandemic interview and kikied online and stuff, but we never met in person. So I pulled up to her show at Irving Plaza. We finally met in person. The vibes were there. I just love coming across artists, especially female artists that, you know, we just see each other, we understand the hustle and embrace love, like all of that. So she's really, really dope. She's an amazing artist, amazing lyricist, and I feel like just supporting her is just, you know, we got to do it. So.
Oh my god, I can't wait. You better start mashing up.
I actually did one on TikTok, but I'm gonna do another one. I'm like, girl, I got you. I got some ideas.
Yes,
so,
come on. Is there anyone that we haven't heard that you're like, I really thought this one was gonna hit?
There's a lot on my TikTok. Like, I don't post a lot of what I post on TikTok on Instagram, but because Instagram been feeling like high school lately. I don't know if y'all feel the same, but I'm like,
and the algorithm got us kind of
they playing with us.
Like, I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, so I call TikTok my burner account because it's just where I have fun. Like, y'all be like, what is she doing? But yeah, so I have so many up there that not all of them pop. You know, I think that's part of the journey, part of the process. Some do well, some don't. So I just keep pushing, keep putting them out.
Well, we're ready for all of them.
Yeah.
They all pop to me.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now, I'm over here putting on my jacket because a girl from LES that's never been to Katz.
I know.
I grew up on Katz. Shouts to my father. I'm
all about
it. I'm all about it. So we going.
We need a sandwich. I'm hungry. Let's go.
And I'm honored to take DJ Saige, who's from LES, to Katz. Like, this is good. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, so you ready?
I'm ready.
And there's no lines.
I know. That's
They're
exactly.
waiting. Hello, they're waiting for us.
They knew we were coming. They said, you know what, Saige ain't never been to Katz. Close the door. Here we're pulling up. Pulling up. I don't know if we can eat inside, but we're pulling up.
We're pulling up. All right, let's go in and see what's happening there.
Alright guys, we are here at Katz. This is my first time here. Look at this sandwich. This is disrespectful. This is really disrespectful, but I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I want that on camera though, because I might look real crazy eating this right now. But yeah.
I hope you enjoy it.
Jacina popped my Katz cherry today. Don't tell nobody.
We pulled up.
We pulled up to
pop cherries today.
Do you see this? This is like... Hello?
How are you rating Katz? From a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 7. Here's why. The bread. We gotta figure it out. It's so much meat.
The soggy bread.
The bread is soggy. Other than that, no disrespect. Great environment. I love it.
I'm so happy we did this together.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't believe I've never been, but you know, it's alright. That's another conversation for another time. Bring it back to my childhood. But it was really, really good. It was.
I'm so happy I got to see you, touch base with you, because for me this is a friendship. You know, this 100%. Is just me checking in on a friend. You pulled up, blessed us.
We in the Sprinter, baby. I'm so proud of you.
Shouts to Lavish Live. Yo, I'm so excited for what's to come for you. Producer season, Saige season, all that good stuff.
You've been here since
Keep
the beginning.
Shining, and thank you for being so genuine.
Thank you.
I think that's why it just flows for you, everything. Yeah. And I said this in the beginning, and I'm gonna end it with that. That genuine, that just being you and living your truth.
That's what we gotta do.
Thank you for being you.
Of course. Thank you.
I love you.
Hugs. That's it. We out.
It's
a wrap.
It's a pull up.
Shout out to the team too.
The Saige.
The Saige.
Oh, that's gonna be the producer name. I should have brought
some Saige. We should have burned it in here. Bring the
your
energy.
House.
I know. Period.
We out of here.